Hello, my name is Angel. A lot of you follow me on Instagram, but feel free to tag along with me in my journey through all this bullshit that I'm going through.
Fuck on like me, I'm saying what it is. What you want, smoke or something, bitch? Thank God I got my own now. Feel that I'm not wrong now. Tryna find my soul now. I can go to shows now. Got me a new pole now. Got me a new hoe now. About to cop that rose now. Living on my own now. Turned up, I won't turn down. Happy in my songs now.
Basically, I said that I would tell you guys about what happened or my story, but I can't do that. I have to wait, but I will do it later. Just this is not what this video is about. This video is going to be about my 3 surgeries that I've had so far. Gonna try not to make it too long, but the more the merrier. So I'm gonna try not to talk too much about emotional things or like, you know, side things. I'm gonna try to just stick to the 3 surgeries. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by telling you guys about my first one that I had. My first surgery that I had was my emergency surgery. I was shot in my face and in my stomach. So my first one was surgery for my stomach. I was shot in my colon. They had to cut a piece of my colon, I believe, and put the other 2 sides together. I was bleeding internally, so it was something that they had to do. I'm glad that that did go well. I can shoot great. There's no problems that I'm having really with that, except that I do have a really big scar on my stomach from the bottom of my ribs in the middle down to the top of my groin. It's not straight. It's not a straight line. It's not a pretty scar. It's really fucked up, and it really fucked up my belly button. Maybe if I was a boy, I would be like, whatever, but I'm a girl, so it kind of bothers me emotionally because, you know, girls are already insecure about their body, and now I have to deal with something like rare. So yeah, like I said, everything's good in that surgery. Moving on to my second surgery that I had. I believe my second surgery was the most important surgery that I had for me, because when I was shot through my whole face. The bullet didn't go back like was intended. It went across my whole face. It fucked up my orbital cavity, my nasal cavity, my axilla, and my mandible is where it came out, which is my jawbone. It's still swollen. This is how I believe it'll look. It's only been a month, and it takes 3 months for jaws to heal. Like I said, this surgery was the most important to me. Not important in a good way. Important as affected my life, I believe, the most. I had to stay in the hospital for 7 days with a hole in my face. So yeah, it was a hole. There was gauze. They had to stuff it and pull it out 4 times a day. It was painful. My jaw was fucked up really bad. I couldn't talk normal. I wasn't allowed to eat or drink for about a week. The doctor said that I needed my eye swelling to go down before they did any surgery, that he felt comfortable, because it was so swollen. So they kind of wanted it to relax. But I'm used to like having my way. I'm a little girl, so you're not really used to having to deal with shit like that. With God, I did it. I had to put on a gospel music and fucking go get through that shit. Like I said, 7 days later, they did have the surgery. I'll put the x-ray on this video where you can see it. It fucked up my bone for my eye, so my eye couldn't sit properly. They had to put a web looking like net under where my eye sits to replace what was shattered. In my nose, I couldn't breathe through my nose for that week. I had to breathe through my mouth for the whole week while I waited for the surgery, because blood was all in my nose. So basically, I couldn't breathe through my nose. You can see where it messed up my maxilla, and of course where it came out in my mandible. There's a lot of bullet fragments all in my face. I don't believe they got all of them out, but they said for the most part, you know, they tried really hard. They did really good. I really will be like almost how it was before. Just swollen here, swollen my lip. If you can see these, they worked from under, they worked from in my nose, they worked from under here. They worked from under here. You see this scar? They kind of did everything under except, you know, what they could. They couldn't do that for this part. But yeah, like I said, they did a pretty good job for me. I could have had my eye put back in place that first surgery, but I would have another scar. So that's why my eye looks so fucked up. It's not going to be like this forever. But yeah, that surgery was definitely crazy. When I first got out and my eye was shut, it was really swollen. I'll try to get pictures to put on here. It was really swollen. It was really weird looking. It was definitely really weird looking. Not that I could see. I know it scared my mom and scared everybody who was there with me because it was really weird looking. I believe if I would have seen myself through this process, I probably would have went into shock or some shit. But that's all that I'm gonna say for that surgery. I do have a cosmetic surgery to do on this eye and more surgeries that I'll make videos of me actually going through. I couldn't actually record what was actually going on and like me that day versus me the day after because I didn't know so many people would actually reach out and want to know or actually really cared about the situation and wanted me to explain it into further depth. So that's what I'm gonna do now. When I go through those surgeries, I'll make like a vlog or something. I might be a little baby because I do act like a baby when I go through my surgeries. This one was really hard for me, especially the hardest part probably definitely the hardest part was these screws that they have. You see them? My mouth was closed shut. One of my bands popped off because I was like eating good or something. I have to keep them on, I think, a couple more days until I get my actual screws out. My mouth was screwed shut or banded shut, so it wasn't as bad as screwed shut, but it was closed into place and I could move it like this, but I couldn't really move it. It was a liquid diet that I had to be on. People weren't understanding what I was saying. It's just really frustrating. I had to keep it closed for about 5 weeks. It was really hard for me. I lost about 30-40 pounds. I've never really been this skinny before in my life. So now that they're off, I'll be able to gain my weight back more over time. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for that surgery. I know that one was a long one to explain, but my third surgery that I had was on my eye. It was on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and try to show you guys a little bit. If you can see that it was there, and I believe the bottom here. He had 2 instruments and he put them in. One's a suction and one's a light. It was called a vitrectomy. Yeah, it was to take out the blood. Since there was a hemorrhage in my eye from the trauma, it made blood go all inside of it. I guess over time it can go away, but the vitrectomy is just to get it out faster. It's a pretty minor surgery for most people, but I think since my eye is crooked and slightly off, that it hurt me more because the stitches, it was scratching the fuck out of me and I couldn't sleep good. And the thing about this surgery is I had graduation 2 days after the surgery. That's kind of why in my graduation pictures, my eye does look kind of worse than it would regularly, even when it's like this, because it was only 2 days after the surgery. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm standing up and I get really tired still because it's only been a month. So I'm like holding on now, trying to explain this. It's probably gonna be over soon. I had to sleep on my face like this for about a week or 2 until I went back to him. I have to put in eye drops. I had 4 different kinds. I had to put in 2 of them 4 times a day, 1 3 times a day, 1 2 times a day, which was 13 eye drops a day. 2 of them burned really bad for me. I had to go to graduation like that and still try to enjoy it and get the best out of it, which I did. I did enjoy it. It was really good. The school really helped me out with my graduation, and getting the blood out would help. You know, the light hit the back of my eye, which helps you see. I'm not sure if I will get my vision back. I think that it functions pretty properly and everything else. Usually it reacts to light, but one of the eye drops, it keeps my eye dilated. The doctor, he calls me this miracle. So he believes that it'll probably come back, but I'm not sure. Regardless, I'm okay with my vision. I can see everything, just not on my right side, I guess. Like I said, I do get out of breath even standing up because my body's still healing. That's all I'm gonna do for this video. I hope 10 minutes wasn't too much for you guys. Fuck that shit, actually. Fuck that. 10 minutes ain't long. If y'all want to know what the fuck I want to know. I'll do other videos. If y'all want to do like a Q&A, I can do that. Just let me know. Just send recommendations for videos. And thanks for watching, those who actually cares, who I actually do this for, because I know a lot of people use this as entertainment, and I understand that, but you know, to actually get something out of it is kind of my motive for actually doing these videos, because I'm not the type to really entertain hate or anything like that. But I know a lot of people actually DM me and send a lot of love and actually really care, and I hope that you guys can take this and, you know, just be grateful for what you have. You never know. I was you watching these videos, you know, watching other people go through stuff. Of course, I didn't take it clearly as serious as I should have, but life is precious, and you got to be grateful for what you have, because God can take it away really quick. Hopefully, you guys can stay positive in the comments or whatever. Until next time.